to gears.
Champion of the world, Canelo Alvarez.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and enjoy the show. What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and today we're going to be going over the tale of the tape with two of the most popular boxers on the planet at the moment. These two guys have been being compared to in every boxing blog across all social media channels, and they've been rumored to be squared up against each other in the very near future. Yes, I'm talking about Terrence "Bud" Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Today we're going to be looking at some of the stats that nobody talks about when mentioning a potential fight between Bud and Canelo. What I'm going to do is go over both guys' last 5 fights. We're going to be breaking their opponents down statistically. We're going to be adding up wins and losses, knockouts, undefeated fighters, and we're going to be coming up with a percentage. We're also going to do a tale of the tape at the end about some of the intangibles that I'm not quite sure everybody is aware that are as close as they actually are in terms of height, weight, age, that sort of thing. So some of the facts about Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez that we already know. We know that Bud Crawford is 40-0 with 31 knockouts. That gives him a 78% career knockout to win ratio. Canelo Alvarez is 60-2 with 39 knockouts. It gives him a 65% knockout to win ratio. Bud has less total fights but a higher knockout to win ratio. Let's look at their ages. Bud is 36 years old. Canelo's 33. Bud is 5'8". Canelo's 5'8". Bud has a 74-inch reach. Canelo has a 70-inch reach. So if they were to fight, Bud's a little bit older. They'd be the same height. Bud would have the reach advantage. We do know that Crawford is undisputed at 47, but he has addressed issues that he wants to move up to 54, and he's the one who said he wanted to fight Canelo at 68. There's a reason he feels comfortable at that weight. Canelo is undisputed at 168, so this would be the tale of two undisputed champions, weight classes apart, but very similar height, weight. One obviously has more muscle mass than Canelo, but we remember he fought Floyd at 150, and Bud looks like his next fight is going to be at 54. So to think that these two wouldn't match up pretty evenly in a fight, wherever the scales say, I don't agree with that. I think they'd be pretty evenly matched, and you got to give the distance advantage to Bud because he has longer arms. Let's look at their last 5 opponents. We'll start with Crawford. His last 5 were Errol Spence Jr., David Avenetian, Sean Porter, Kell Brook, and Mean Machine. Over those 5 fights, Bud, as we know, has gone 5-0 with a clean 5 knockouts, 100% knockout to win ratio. He knocked DJ out in the 9th, Avenetian out in the 6th, Porter out in the 10th, Brook out in the 4th, Mean Machine in the 9th. Those total records of his opponents, just the last 5 fights, were 148-6. A 96% win-loss ratio. Everybody Bud is fighting is at the top of their game. And same thing with Canelo. His last 5 fights, he's gone 4-1 with only 1 knockout. He is fighting at a heavier weight class, and Canelo has been known to float through multiple weight classes. He last fought Jermell Charlo, who was 35-1. He won a UD12. Then Ryder, 32-5. He won a UD12. Fought Triple G, who was 42-1, won another decision. Fought Bivol, who was undefeated at 19-0, lost that decision, and then fought Caleb Plant, who was undefeated going into that fight, and Canelo knocked him out in the 11th. You add up all of Canelo's opponents, the last 5 fights, 149 to only 7 losses, which is very similar to Bud Crawford's 96% win-loss ratio. Canelo only has 1 knockout over his last 5, as Bud has 5 in a row. And to be fair, Bud has 10 in his last 10 fights. So if we were to compare just numbers, Canelo and Bud, it's pretty evenly matched. Now, the tough thing about that is the weight class difference, but Bud walks around at similar to what Canelo walks around at. Canelo doesn't cut a lot of weight when he fought at light heavyweight. And if these guys do fight, it would be at 168. You know, both are 5'8". Bud has the longer reach. He's a switch hitter. Both are undisputed, just in multiple different weight classes. I'm not going to predict who would win this fight. I'm going to leave it to you guys. Who wins this fight? Let's say it's at 168 for all the belts. Who do you like, Canelo Alvarez or Bud Crawford? Let me know in the comment section below.